Hey there, I'm Amber Black and this is Keto by Volume. The sun, the sand, the beach, the sound of crashing waves. Yeah, I know we're not there yet, but a girl can dream. The weather has been getting warmer and all I can think about is going to the beach. I know we can't because of the whole stay in place thing, but why not bring the beach to me, to you, in your living room? This week, I'm going to teach you how to make a mojito. The exact origin of the mojito is somewhat up to debate. There are prominent competing theories surrounding the drink. So let's dive in. One theory is that the drink was invented in Havana following an unsuccessful invasion attempt. It's said that the crew of the English pirate Sir Francis Drake were suffering from scurvy and dysentery, which the local peoples had a medicine for. The medicine would turn out to be the beginnings of the mojito. Another theory is that it was invented in a famous Havana watering hole. And finally, another version goes that the mojito was created by African slaves working in the fields of Cuba. Regardless of which history you believe, you can now tell people that you're simply warding off scurvy while you're enjoying your mojito. This recipe is a little more involved, but don't panic, it's easy once you get into it. For our ingredients, we'll be using 2 ounces of light rum, a lime, 1 ounce of simple syrup that we made earlier this week, 10 mint leaves, club soda, and a little bit of ice. For optional garnish, we'll include 2 lime wheels from our lime and a sprig of mint. Now for our tools. We have a highball glass, our bar spoon, a jigger, our cocktail shaker, a strainer, and a straw. So it goes without saying you can really use any glass here, but we're going to use a traditional highball or Collins glass for this recipe. Truly, highball glass or Collins glass are about the same thing. In my opinion, they're pretty interchangeable. Place your mint in the bottom of the glass, and then you're going to grab your bar spoon. You're going to want to press very gently down on the mint leaves. Don't crush, mutilate, or twist the leaves, as this gives off a very bitter taste. You'll know you're done muddling when there's a faint aroma of mint. Next, in your cocktail shaker, you're going to add some of your ice. Then, we're going to go ahead and add our 2 ounces of rum, and then half the juice of a lime. You gotta give it a real good squeeze here. Get all that goodness in. And I like to get really in there, make sure I get all the juice out. And then we're gonna grab our jigger and put in an ounce, if I can remember which side is the ounce, an ounce of the simple syrup that we made last week. We're going to place that in here as well. And then we're going to close it up. Go ahead and shake vigorously for about 15 seconds. If your shaker is metal, it should be slightly cold to the touch and frosty on the outside. Take your sliced lime wheels and go ahead and just tuck them into your glass. Apparently I cut these ones a little too large since they don't want to quite fit. We're going to add some ice. You're going to take your strainer and put it over top of your shaker and strain into the glass. And I know it doesn't look like a lot, But now we're gonna go ahead and top it with that club soda. Perfect. And there we go. We have our mojito. This cocktail has 136.5 calories and 1.9 carbs with 0.1 grams of fiber, making a single mojito 1.8 net carbs. So as always, we have Liam, our resident normie here, to taste our mojito and see how close it compares to the real thing. Hi, Liam.
Hi.
You getting ready for summer even though we're months away?
I'm ready. I'm so ready.
So we have a mojito today.
I see that.
Yeah.
Looks good.
So go ahead, take a taste.
Oh, with pleasure.
What do we think?
That's a mojito.
Scale of 1 to 10?
I would say probably in the 7, 8.
7, 8.
Yeah.
So not necessarily as good as the last ones. What do you think brings this down a little bit, being the ketogenic form?
For me, I'm not as big a fan of lime as some people are, so I'm a little biased when it comes to that. It has a lot of lime in it, which is kind of part of the drink, I'm aware. I will tell you that it is really refreshing. I can see that if you were on a hot day and you were sitting on the beach, or as it is now on your deck when it gets warm enough, you've been out there for a while and you're thirsty, this would go down quick.
Yeah.
Really quick. So it's definitely very refreshing.
So the one point of note with the mojito is that some people like it a little more sugary, some people like it a little more minty, some people like it a little more limey. So whatever your preference is, like, play with the ratios a little bit. If you need to add a little more simple syrup, add a little more simple syrup. If you want a little less lime, cut it down to a fourth. It's not that big of a deal. The real big part of this is having the rum, the lime, the mint, and don't bruise your mint because it'll be bitter, and the club soda to top it off, so that it has that nice bubbly feel about it.
It's got that nice fizz. Like I said, it's really refreshing.
So what about the drinkability? Like, was one enough here, or do you feel like you could drink multiple?
Oh, I could drink multiple.
You drink multiple of them.
Yeah. I think that's one of the scary things about it is that the lime covers the rum taste a lot. So it actually, literally, it just tastes like a kind of a lime club soda.
Lime club soda
is the best way I can describe it. And you don't really taste the alcohol, so be really careful.
And it has a little bit of it's not just lime, it's also like that minty lime kind of thing, where it leaves your mouth a little
refreshing,
little cool, but not like toothpaste.
Yeah.
Like, nobody wants a mojito that tastes like toothpaste.
No.
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 So yeah, no, I love mojitos, and they're honestly, as you've seen, they're not hard to make. They're just really involved. But they're worth it. The return on investment's good.
Oh yeah.
And I know that we didn't taste test our simple syrup because that would have been gross.
That's like drinking sugar water.
So
you don't want to do that.
How do you feel that this simple syrup compares to other simple syrups and drinks?
Honestly, I can't tell a difference between the simple syrup that you've made and put in this drink and the simple syrup that we use behind bars. It's the same. It's very simple. Sugar water. I mean,
simple. Yeah. And this one specifically is made with allulose. If you haven't watched the video from earlier this week, go watch it. Learn how to make a simple syrup. Honestly, they're so versatile, and you can do so many different cool things with them. Matter of fact, we'll probably be using the simple syrup recipe for drinks and drinks to come as we go through this ketogenic cocktail journey together.
Yep.
So awesome. Well, thank you so much for giving us your opinion, Liam. And yeah. Awesome. Thank you for joining us on Keto by Volume this week. This drink's recipe can be found in the description below. Go ahead, play with it. Let us know how it goes. And as always, drink responsibly, drink keto.